Hold on to your sombreros, amigos. We're diving headfirst into a Mexican thriller that's hotter than a jalapeno. The gap between the haves and have-nots is wider than the Rio Grande, and the people have had it. Blood? They want blood. And guess what? All this madness is crashing down on the fanciest, most extravagant wedding imaginable. Alan and Marianne, two ridiculously rich lovebirds, are tying the knot as the world crumbles around them. But get this, it starts with nudity, green paint, a hospital heist, and corpses galore. Buckle up, because New Order is a wild ride you won't soon forget. This is Movie Chronicles, and things are about to get crazy. Profile in their big mansion with expensive food and wine. Marianne's mother is going about the house when she sees green water from the taps. When she brings her husband there, the water is clear again. Worried that someone brought green paint to ruin the wedding, she starts to investigate. Suddenly one guest arrives with green paint splattered on her. Apparently someone threw paint at their car. On the way, as they clean up this guest, one of the housemaids asks to talk to Marianne's mother. The housemaid says a former servant needs money for his wife's surgery. The man named Rolando has come to ask for 200,000 pesos for his wife's heart surgery. So Marianne's mother goes to ask for money from her husband and her son. Marianne's brother Daniel. She manages to collect 35,000 pesos for Rolando. Rolando begs her, saying that it's not enough, but she leaves. Rolando was defeated, but he cannot leave either. He has to gather they. Hold on to your hats, folks. Rolando's in a pickle, cash-strapped and desperate to provide money for his beloved wife. So, he spills the beans to Marianne, who's initially thrilled to see him. But oh no, not enough funds. Cue the family drama, a snippy brother Daniel who's stingy with his dough, and a newlywed hubby Alan who's about as helpful as a chocolate teapot. Marianne, bless her heart, whips out her credit card, only to find Rolando has vanished. Then, Ariane enlists the help of Christian, triggering a secret mission. Meanwhile, Christian's mom, Marta, discovers their escapade and frantically tries to reel them back, but Marianne is determined. They're headed to Rolando's, but bam! Roadblocks due to massive protests. And the police are like, nope, not today. Hold on to your hats, folks. Astonished face while our lovebirds detour down a scenic route, chaos erupts at the wedding. Collision. Lower class protesters storm the gates, packing heat. Gun. Marianne's dad takes a bullet, face with head bandage, and suddenly it's bling heist as they swipe all the jewels. Gem. The mansion turns into a total free-for-all. Fearful face. Marta's on the phone, screaming at Christian to stay away. Man gesturing no. Christian and Marianne are freaking out. Fearful, they're ambushed on the road, and back at the mansion, it's a bloodbath. Drop of blood. Mom's gone, guests are toast, and the loot's vanished. Running dash. Marianne plays invisible under a seat because apparently class warfare has rules. Thinking face. Christian, our hero, gets them to Rolando's place where Marianne vows to get Rolando's wife that much needed surgery. Hospital. Night falls, and the streets are a madhouse. Night stars. People are raging about the rich-poor divide. Pouting by the next day, things have sort of calmed down. Cold sweat. Smile. What a whirlwind. Tornado. Hold on to your hats, folks. This ain't your average fairy tale. We've got a wedding gone horribly, tragically wrong. Carnage everywhere. Marianne's desperate to escape, and brave Christine's playing lookout. But oh, soldiers. He brings M back, hoping for a ride home, but plot twist. They're shady characters. They swipe Marianne's bling and phone. Meanwhile, the city's a disaster zone. Marta finally stumbles home, and good guy Christian's playing Florence Nightingale. But wait, Marianne's in even deeper trouble. She's hauled off to a makeshift jail where they're snatching information, and Daniel gets the devastating news about his mother. Talk about a bad day. Yet, he and Alan team up to search. Okay, buckle up, folks. Things are taking a seriously dark turn. Marianne, bless her heart, is now enduring unspeakable horrors at the prison camp, another victim of the soldiers' brutality. Daniel and Alan, they're burying their mother, and it's a mass grieving situation at the graveyard. Talk about a crowded memorial. It's time to flee this madness. A month later, their father's clinging to life, getting VIP treatment at some fancy clinic, naturally, because money talks. Meanwhile, poor Rolando's getting the cold shoulder at the hospital while trying to get treatment for his ailing wife. Back at the prison, the soldiers are shaking down the wealthy prisoners for ransom when Rolando gets desperate for a doctor for his wife. He breaks curfew, and boom. Shot dead in the street. And sadly, his wife dies too. And guess who the soldiers are calling? Alan. Oh. and demand 10 million pesos from them in exchange for Marianne's release. Alan has no choice but to accept. Some of the soldiers realize that they're not getting enough payment from all the ransoms, so they go to Christian and Marta and make a secret deal. Christian can save Marianne for 800,000 pesos. He does not have that much money, so the soldiers tell him to get it from Marianne's family. Meanwhile, Alan and Daniel go to some powerful people that they know in order to find Marianne. The new system has started to force people with designated jobs. Christian and Marta have to work for very little pay. One day they are taken to work in Daniel's new home in the suburbs. Christian takes this opportunity to tell him of the second secret negotiation for only 800,000 pesos. Daniel's father agrees to give the money immediately. Later, Christian and Marta sneak the cash back into their home. The soldiers who made the secret deal to take the money, but they demand another 1 million from them. Christian and Marta are absolutely devastated, so they go to their home to tell Daniel what happened, but Daniel, being the idiot that he is, thinks that Christian and Marta have kidnapped Marianne, so he calls the high-ranking general in the army. This general takes his own soldiers and puts a trap with the soldiers. He arrests them and Marta as well. The general then personally goes and rescues Marianne. He also kills all the soldiers who had taken the prisoners illegally. These new soldiers then take Marianne to Christian's home. There they put a gun into Christian's hand to frame him, then they shoot both him and Marianne. Daniel is informed of this loss. Now he is truly utterly devastated. He is just a husk of his former self. Sometime later, suspected traitors are hung to death. Poor innocent Marta is one of them, and this is how this disturbing movie ends. For more unique and fascinating movies that you may not even have heard